It's all about weekend explosion overload. Listen, we've been out here in the trenches and we've been putting boots on ground. Ain't that right?
That's right. That's right.
And let me tell you, have our weekend been overloaded?
Overloaded.
Hey, man, I'm trying to tell you, y'all have no idea the energy that the city received this weekend. Whoa.
Man, it was off the chain.
It was official. And I believe we had very little violence that broke out. I spoke about the incident. Once again, we sending shout out to the family that lost a 4-year-old or whatever at the Parks and Recreations. We send a shout out to them. And if they have a GoFundMe or something like that, we'll make sure we let y'all know what it is in the near future.
For sure.
We're going to get right over to this thing Monday, y'all. All right. We're going to start with the WNBA. Wow. The
WNBA.
Yeah.
Coming back here.
Yeah. That we've been granted an extension team, right? And if you know what extension means, that means it's an extension of something that's already existed. So I want to know this. Did we already have a Detroit Shock?
Right. So how can it be extension? And we won one of the first chips.
We got one of the first chips. So Swing Cash and the rest of the girls, y'all need to, you know what I'm saying, protest this. It'd be like, yo, y'all moved us all the way from Detroit, all the way out to where they went to Vegas?
Vegas or
where they go?
Hold on.
Where did the Shock go? I forgot where they went to.
When they moved,
I lost interest. It was lost interest once we had y'all. You know what I'm saying? So old girl, old boy that used to own the Pistons that passed away.
Bill Davis.
No.
That owned the Pistons.
Is Bill Buzz? I thought his name was Buzz.
I think it was Bill. One of them.
Was Bill. Okay. His daughter, I should have did some research on this, but his daughter, right? She said she didn't want nothing to do with nothing. And this is how Tom Gore got the Detroit Pistons. This is how we lost the Shock. You know what I mean? And if I'm not mistaken, he also owned the Lightning. Because remember, he had a trifecta in 1 year.
Yeah. Because the Lightning won a championship.
Yes. Yep. He had a trifecta in 1 year. And you don't get that much as an owner.
Yeah, so that was an epic moment.
So she sold the whole blast. Said she didn't want no parts of it. So I really don't know what that's all about. And that was really a shot at the city. But that let y'all know out there who come out as fans of these different teams and different players or whatever, the owners don't even care. They don't even care. All they care about is the pesos. So while you out there being a fan and you trying to do what it is that you like to do and subscribe to these things, the owners just thinking about the pesos, man. So, Detroit, WNBA, I don't know what their name gonna be.
They're coming back.
They coming back. I hope they don't come back at the Shock.
No,
they can't be the Shock.
They can't come back at the Shock.
They cannot be the Shock.
They can't duplicate the Shock.
Yeah, if they come back as the Shock, we protest.
Yeah, they better come back with a whole new name.
They better come back with a whole, and it better be good. It better be good because we got the Ice Cube 3-on-3 team,
now.
the Amplifiers.
Yeah,
and we got ISO Joe and a couple other dudes that I'm not really familiar with, but
that's you know what I mean. Like that's
Amplifiers. Why y'all just couldn't just be just Amp?
Yeah, right.
Why y'all just can't be Detroit Amps?
Detroit Amp.
Yeah, just Amps. You know what I mean? So I mean Amplifiers.
Well, we welcome y'all. You know what I mean? Congratulations, Detroit.
Or change your name to Amplifiers.
Yeah, Amplifiers. Right.
Yeah, Flyers.
But I guess, but they still can fly though.
I don't know. That name needs to be worked out a little bit. We got ISO Joe. He's starring over there trying to get it in. And we got the point guard dude. Not Prague. I can't pronounce his name. He got one of them foreign descent joints. But he's a brother, though. Shout out to you. I know. but yeah, so we got him, and he out there shooting a 4-ball. Yeah, they got a 4-pointer off of him there, y'all. He's shooting a 4-ball very efficiently. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just so y'all know. Whoa. So y'all might want to get down there and check them boys out when they at the home games or whatever.
For sure.
Moving right on, you gotta talk about the court. You gotta go to court.
Go to court.
Diddy is in deliberations.
They're in deliberations. They said first off, the jurors sent the judge a message telling some one of the jurors ain't listening to the judge's instructions. So from TMZ, they got to speculating about what could that be. Could it be that he like, man, he ain't found, you know what I mean? Like I ain't listening to the judge. He ain't guilty on none of that. Is it that or is it the other way?
And
like we don't care what the judge say. He guilty.
And see, I want to clarify something here because okay, they already did close arguments. They're deliberating. The jury's deliberating right now.
As we speak.
And the foreman of the jury is a young black girl. That's the foreman of this jury.
Right.
So, I gotta clarify something because I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and I need y'all to be clear and understand this. In order for I hear people saying, "Oh, he guilty of this. Oh, he guilty of that." No, he's not. He's not guilty of any of the charges that they brought. You cannot charge me with these charges and then say, "Oh, I'm guilty of this." No, right. It don't work like that. I'm not guilty of none of this, which he's not. And I'm telling you, I've been in the overflow. Once again, you know, I got to shout my man.
Sean G.
You got to shout Sean G out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in the overflow, and he's hearing the actual testimony of every witness, every defense attorney, every prosecutor. He hearing all aspects of it. And see, what's so special about Sean G is he made all the other media networks start telling both sides of the story. Because they was only telling one side of the story.
Yeah.
And see, they was only telling the prosecutor and what they said, but they wouldn't tell you the direct and on direct.
Of what, you know what I mean? On the other side of the defense, they just telling it one way.
And I'm not going to use the judicial words like perjury. All the witnesses lied. Flat out, they lied, man. They lied.
But you know, coming from that way,
they lied. All of them. Everybody that testified lied, bro. Even Kid Cudi, man, I see why Kanye West said you was whack. That was wild work. Come up in that line.
Right. Just tell the truth. If you ain't gonna, what's the name? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Just shut up.
Ain't nothing happened, man. Why is it so hard for them to have told them people like, yo, ain't nothing happened? I ain't got nothing to say.
Right.
They got 10 other witnesses that did that. It's 10. Oh, that's another thing they ain't tell y'all. It's 10 people.
Right.
It's 10 people that's supposed to testify that say, yo, I ain't got nothing to say. Straight up. I ain't got nothing to say. On some 100 type stuff. So they in deliberation. Deliberation started today. And let me tell y'all from the overflow. The jury is so confused. Well, they keep coming back saying like, oh, well, can we do this or is this like they that's what the prosecution wanted. They wanted confusion so they can convict this nigga of something. You know what I'm saying? They just wanted any type of confusion, and that's what's going on right there. And when you're dealing with people that don't understand the law, what happens? Every time. If you don't understand the law,
they like, well, I guess he can be convicted on that. We just go for that, not knowing it's gonna be all of it.
Right, and exactly, because in order for you to find me guilty of this, you have to say I'm guilty of all of it.
And that's what they not explaining to the jury that, listen, you can't find him guilty on this and then find him guilty on that. You got to find him guilty either on all of it or none of it.
That's the part that the defense team definitely got across. Mark Alifico. He definitely got this across in closing. Like, yo, listen, if y'all gonna do anything, he's not guilty of nothing. And I had to come to that conclusion myself. Because I'm gonna tell you, and it's another thing I need y'all to know and understand. Me and him, 15 calendars. You understand what I'm saying? 15 calendars, 6 months incarcerated. Me, 16 calendars. See, when I say calendar, that's 1 year. 16 of them.
Right.
Incarcerated. And let me tell you something. We didn't know the law. And we probably still don't know the law. And we was a part of the system. And,
exactly.
And to all the people that's looking at this eyes wide shut, we understand exactly what's going on. Because we've been there. I've been there.
But listen though, I got this thought, and I always wonder because I took a bench trial, right? I took a bench trial. I want to know, hey, and this to you as well, Sean G. Do you think Diddy should have took a bench trial? That's what you know what I mean? Because I'm like, I took a bench trial.
Well, you know what I mean? We ain't got
I came out great.
I can answer that for you. I can answer that for you. No, he couldn't take no bench trial. And I'm gonna tell you why. The judge in the case, which is Judge Subramanian, he is foul because he's letting the prosecution do way more stuff.
What they supposed to do.
It's so much prosecution misconduct is crazy to the point where they asked for 3-4 mistrials because of all of the different lies or perjuries due to all the different testimonies that didn't come forward or whatever, and the prosecution laying out stuff that they already know fictional.
But look though, right? But the whole thing about when I just said about a bench trial is that, you know what I mean, is evidence of is this man guilty of that? Which from a judge perspective, even though I don't like him or whatever the case may be, but this is not.
Okay, but see, this is what I'm
trying. You know what I mean? But that's just a gamble. But you know what my lawyer told me? Well, he said, what you want to do? He said, do you want to take a bench trial or do you want a jury? I said, how is the judge? He said, man, he's a fair judge. He said, yeah. I said, well, let's roll with him. And we rolled with him.
Under any other circumstances, you're right. He would have took a bench trial. But due to the fact it's a Diddy case, probably one of the largest cases in our decades since OJ. You know what I mean? It's got to be one of the largest ones. And we talking about this man's bedroom life. So
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but the whole thing is about the bedroom life, about, you know what I mean? But I know, you know what I mean? But that was just a thought. I'm like, man, I know people, I know it's like, but when you just like the criminal, I mean, the evidence, the proof of evidence of, you know what I mean?
There's none.
There's none.
There's none.
That's why I'm like, man.
I want y'all to know, right? Y'all see me over here sweating 90 out here right now. I want y'all to know that. Wow. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, got boots on ground to give y'all this information. You know what I'm saying? So y'all already know what I'm about to say, right? Subscribe and share. Subscribe and share and like. Subscribe and share and like. I got to say that. It's 90 out here. I'm giving you this information hot off the presses. And guess what? Can't nobody give you this information but me. Because you know why? It came out of my brain. Yes, so they can't duplicate this. I know they might say, oh, well, y'all sounding somewhat the same. Well, maybe so. But guess what? I'm going to put it in layman terms where everybody can understand it. Where you don't have to go trying to figure this out or figure it out. I'm going to break it all the way down
to the very last campaign.
Oh, hey.
You feel me?
Hey, so, you know, with that being said,
we're going to go ahead and move on. But big up to Sean G, man. You're doing a great job. You know what I mean? And I see you just met Academics, too.
Oh, yeah, I seen that, too. I seen that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's big.
I wonder, was he in Jersey?
I don't know.
Okay. Because, you know, he's still covering the trial. Academics probably there because he came to see what was going to be the verdict. For the verdict. Yeah, okay, then, yeah. Right. So I was thinking about going out there for that.
Yeah.
I was thinking about going out there for that. But anyhow, okay. Let's get over to the weekend overload. Wow. This weekend we got to go all the way back on the weekend overload. Started on Friday. Friday, they had Too Short down here at Chene Park. Dog Pound down there at Chene Park. They had Scarface down there at Chene Park. And let me tell you,
Spice won at Chene Park.
All of the old heads had a ball, from what I understand.
Yeah.
They enjoyed the music. Too Short came and did his thing as usual, and shout out to them in the Bay Area because I liked that commentary he made on the Oakland and Detroit connection because I didn't know that. I didn't know that the factories here had got jobs out there in Oakland and moved a lot of people from Detroit to Oakland.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't. Yeah,
that's huge.
Yeah, he did a commentary on that. Did he say it was always like, okay, then, well, boom, cousin. They'd be like, oh, cousin. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think we kind of like do that a lot. Because, you know, a lady just brought something to my attention. You'll never hear white people saying, that's my cousin.
No.
Oh, well, my cousin, my first cousin.
Right.
I don't say that. But, you know, it's all good. But that was Friday.
Right.
That was Friday. And then Saturday, wow.
I thought we was going to be able to get down there.
Yeah.
For the what's the name, but.
Yeah, we got a little tied up there.
Yeah.
Got a little tied up.
Then we weren't able to get down there because the lines didn't connect because we supposed to have been down there backstage so we could with the RV.
Yes.
But it ain't work out. But we gonna have something else for y'all though.
That's cool. We got all summer for Chene Park. Would have liked to see Too Short and the rest of the boys. But moving on to Saturday. Saturday, it's all about us. Wow. We did a shift, huh? We got all the action from the ESTG album release party. We got all the action. Y'all make sure y'all go check out.
They're on YouTube.
Y'all go check it out on YouTube. That's all the activity.
We got some clips up there. We got some shorts up there.
Yeah, we was down there from 8 p.m. to 4:30 a.m. And we seen everything you could probably see down there and what we got to offer as far as the nightlife when we doing album release party. So any artists that's trying to do album release party, there you go. Y'all seen how it went down for ESTG. Shout out to him because I don't even think he was on tour here.
No.
So he just really kind of stopped in, had a drink with y'all, and left. You know what I mean? Because he got there kind of late. I don't know if ESTG know this, but our club closed at 2 a.m., my G. I don't think he knew that because he didn't get there at like 2:20, 2:15, something like that. 2:30.
I thought they went to 4 though.
Oh, they went to 4.
Yeah, they went.
But I don't care what it is, state mandate.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, state mandate, 2 a.m. So regardless of the fact, they gave us a little extra time there on some daylight saving type time. so again.
And then also too, man, you know what I mean? Funny moments downtown. We was telling them, hey, as the later it got, the price went up.
Yeah.
Hey, they started at 80 for the women.
Yeah.
They was telling them, hey, they charging 80.
Yeah.
They kept, you want to get on podcast? No.
So in saying that, I want y'all to understand this. In saying that, ESTG, if you know what kind of artist that is, and you're familiar with his music, you can already follow me on what I'm about to say. If you want to see an artist such as an ESTG in Detroit nightlife, that's what's gonna cost y'all, ladies. I'm telling y'all right now. I ain't bagging up off that because I'm gonna tell y'all like this here. A lot of y'all got turned away, but a lot of y'all didn't. So I'm just gonna let y'all know the baddest of the baddest gonna always win. Every time. Every time.
Right. So it went from 80, then it went up to 100. You feel me? And we was telling them, hey, they charging 100 at the door. So you gonna pay that 100, go ahead. You know, they was coming back, turning around, walking like, they said, we didn't pay you that, y'all ain't pay that 100 either, huh? You know what I mean? Some of them was acting a little funny, didn't even want to scan the QR code, or they didn't want to say nothing. All right. They came around with the boo-boo face. But anyway, though, it was, you know, it was live. We had a good time. Boots on the ground, just out there, talking to the people, mingling with the people, meeting all different type of people, meeting people from Cleveland, meeting people from
Memphis, St. Louis, Memphis. Yep. We got Memphis, St. Louis. We got 2 groups of people from Memphis. That was wild work. Yeah. 2 different groups. We got a whole family. It was a whole family from Memphis. Then we got the other dudes, young dudes, just up here just chilling.
Right. And they really wanted to talk to us. He was like, I'm gonna tell you what's really going on. We need to chop it up. You feel me?
Right. Yeah. He wanted to talk about the Yo Gotti situation down there, right? In Memphis. Yeah. Over there in North Memphis. Cause what part? I can't remember. Y'all got to go. That's what I'm saying.
No, he just said.
What?
He said Orange County.
Orange County. That's where he's from.
He said it ain't from. He said we just Orange County. You know what I mean? He was like east or west, no, Orange County.
Right. So with that being said, that's what's up. We met them guys down there, and let me swing over to.
We met the Cleveland guys too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The
St. Louis,
guys.
Memphis.
Yeah.
What else we had going on down there? Shout out Moolah.
Moolah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yams Moolah.
Yams Moolah. Shout out to her.
Man.
She the one set us up with our parking arrangements.
Hey, we pull up. It's going up.
Buffalo.
You know what I mean? She see that Dinner Now podcast. She be like, yo.
Listen, y'all. She know that train. I'm telling y'all. She know that mug right there.
Crazy for us.
Yeah, she know that mug. And Buffalo cauliflower on point.
And who our bestie?
Oh, Lily. Lily is our bestie. Lily, I'm gonna make sure at that Lily, is at that one Lily. I think that's her Instagram. I think so. She is like a personal friend of Den and Out. You know what I mean? She's official best friend to Dean and I. She's down by law, y'all. So she's
Yeah.
protected.
Right.
She protected, y'all. She
Right.
on the squad.
Yep, and we are looking for a nice, beautiful woman.
Yes. So
Yep,
you know what I
to
mean?
join the team.
So yeah, so now moving on out of Saturday to Sunday, you had the Ashanti.
Oh, hold on. We
What?
ran into
Saturday.
what's the name?
Who?
Jackpot.
Oh yeah, we got that's what I'm saying. They got to subscribe. They got to look at that. We already got
Right.
that on here. We got that. Jackpot gave us a good shout out. He came and messed with us. Whole interview. You want to sit down with us and go off to some most stuff where we can sit
Yeah.
down and really chop it. And we're gonna get that going real soon. We're gonna get Comic J Will also if he's not so busy because he touring like a mug too.
Yeah.
He ripping it up out there. So shout out to him.
Comic J.
Yeah, Comic J.
Yeah.
My man's Josh Adams.
Yeah.
Josh Adams 11. Shout out to him too. You know what I mean? I like his content also. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we're gonna definitely get at Josh for sure. I like his content
We got a lot
too.
of people we gonna get at. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Summer
We got-
just young, y'all. It's just July.
young.
It's
Just
only
young.
July. Oh,
Before-
y'all ready for Labor Day? That's why I wore this shirt, y'all. I got my Labor Day. I'm more. I got my 4th of July. My fireworks on. I was representing y'all. Let y'all know this was my pre-game 4th of July shirt. You know what I mean? My pre-game 4th of July shirt. Is y'all ready for the fireworks? That y'all.
Oh,
gonna be
y'all
ready?
ready to throw down?
Pop them if you got them. Yeah, pop them if you got them. Cause I sure hope y'all go ahead and pop them things and stop popping them. Cause y'all act like y'all can't stop popping them. Y'all
Right.
pop them things like they popped them already. Over my way.
They was popping them all when they shot up the
Yeah,
fireworks downtown.
they did fireworks downtown. These niggas said they wasn't good enough. They want to do their own. It's wild work out here. Let me tell you, just like a Detroit nigga. You know what I'm saying? We don't want them. We want our own.
Let me see what else.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on off until
Sunday.
Sunday.
We got 2 things on Sunday. Oh no, let me not forget about Saturday. Whoa.
What?
Don't y'all do that no more. That white party down at at Hart Plaza. Don't y'all do that no more. Y'all knew that weekend had all that stuff going on. I don't know why y'all tried to do that. I don't know who that was that had the white party down there, but they said they ain't had 200 people down there.
Oh wow.
Y'all got all that space, taking up room. Y'all could have had that event another time. Y'all could have had more people there. It'd been more eventful. That was wild work. So don't do that no more.
But yeah, but going off into Sunday,
Now Sunday,
they say the same thing
Chuck
about
versus Adidas.
Chucks versus Adidas.
And see, I'm gonna tell y'all some one type stuff. Now my man's over here, he got on Adidas. I don't really rock the Adidas no more. He got on low top forms, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Them was high steppers in 85, 86.
No, I'm an Adidas man.
Yeah. But see me with the Chucks versus Adidas old heads, we got to change that. Ain't nobody wearing Chucks and Adidas like that no more. Well, ain't nobody wearing Chucks at all. Who got
No.
on Chucks?
Girl, you see more girls
Somebody-
wear, because they got the platform Chucks and stuff like that. So you'll see more girls wear Chucks than guys.
All right, well, you better got a couple niggas downtown with some weapons on. Cause I've been seeing them online, the weapons. Think about ordering me a pair. Whoa, but I didn't want to be that nostalgia, y'all. So I'm gonna raise up off the bag. I mean, off the cons, off the weapons, you know. Yeah, the
You know what I
weapons.
mean? But you
All leather weapons too. Whoa, y'all don't even know what that meant back in the day. You got all leather weapons. Whoa. Bird had a pair. Isaiah Thomas had a pair. Magic had a pair. You know what I mean? Kareem had a pair. Sure, everybody had a pair of goddamn weapons. They wasn't
You know what I
playing
mean?
around at all. Let
So-
me tell you.
So what you was about to say about the Chucks versus Adidas?
Yeah, Chucks versus Adidas. We got to change the narrative on that, and possibly I don't know what we could change it to, but we got to reach back into our old school bag and be creative with it. And let me tell you something. It's not my hustle, but if it was my hustle, I would change the name to something else.
Right. Or you make it more interesting where like me and one of the homies was talking about, it was like whoever had the best outfit over here, you know what I mean, men and women, and then after that, and then you go up, whoever got the best outfit between the Chucks and Adidas, win the pot, or whatever the case may be. You have to, you know what I mean, like you said, you gotta spice it up. You
I'm gonna
gotta
tell
do
y'all
that.
like this. I
Because
disrespect.
they said it was so dead.
I've been going to Chucks versus Adidas for the longest, since they started probably. And I disrespect that yet. Because I'm coming through with them J's on. You know what I mean? I'm coming through with strictly Nikes on. I don't care what they talking about. I'm coming through with them J's on, man. I don't care. Bo Jackson's, I don't care. But I bet you this though, my outfit gonna be crispy. Wow. Yikes. But yeah, I mean, so yeah, so Chucks versus Adidas, y'all got to change the narrative on that. And old heads wasn't really buying that. I guess, and they did have DJ Kid Capri and Big Daddy Kane as guests. You know what I mean? And shout out to Rosie Grow Rosie. Big Daddy Kane came and sent a special shout out to her in like 100. Like he wanted to meet her, and that was like good money. You know what I mean? So shout out to Rosie Grow Rosie and they platform over there. Keep on doing them skits, baby, and you're gonna be in Hollywood shortly, no doubt. Moving on to the adult version concert. I just thought about that now that I think about it. This is an old head weekend. This is a Den and Now weekend now that I'm thinking about it. This is a Den and Now weekend. It's Too Short. Friday. Kane Sunday. Shanti Sunday. Yep. Somebody else was here Saturday that I'm not thinking about here. Wait a minute, somebody else was here Saturday. It was another concert Saturday, bro. Shane Park was definitely open. Or should I say, see, we old here, so we keep saying Shane Park. The Aretha Franklin Amphitheater. You know what I mean? Let me make sure I put the proper name on.
But you know what's so crazy about, man, the young cats from Cleveland, he was like, man, this sweet, this and that. He was like, you did this then?
Yeah, I seen that.
Hey, he said, you did this then?
Yeah, I seen that. I seen that. So let's move on to the other adult old school Den and Now concert with Ashanti, Tank, 112, Lil Kim. And let me tell y'all, everybody say the show was 2 thumbs down, except Queen B herself. The
Queen B.
Put a ball on the B, huh? Zzz. Yeah, Lil Kim came and shut it down. They say they gave that woman a standing ovation. She did such a good job. Shout out to Lil Kim, my favorite female rapper of all time. I'm putting that on video to the world right now, letting y'all know. I don't care what they talking about. I don't care who got all the pesos. I don't care who done did the most albums. I don't care nothing about that, none of that. Lil Kim made it so Lotto exists, Glorilla exists, Sexy Red exists, Megan Thee Stallion, all of them, Nicki Minaj. Right. All of y'all. Cardi B, I don't care who you name. She made your existence prevalent.
Because they, you know what I mean? Because they pattern they stuff, whether they want to say it or not. Lil Kim was the first one talking all that.
Lil Kim and Foxy Brown was the first one. I can't say Fox, but Fox didn't go further.
No, but
she didn't go far as Lil Kim.
No, she ain't go what, but she was, she was in that epic moment.
And see, that's how it started. And let me tell y'all, so that's how you build stuff. You got to start with one block. Then you take another block. Then you take another block, take another block, and another block. And that's how that thing started. You know what I mean? Right. I can say that Queen Latifah, I know she a dope MC. I know she dope. I know she probably one of the best female MCs. You know what I mean? Out there. I know this. You know what I mean? It's no comparison. I know she spit hot fire. But Queen career, she stopped rapping and started, acting and doing that kind of stuff. Yep. She transformed her career. And so I can't really say her pen really stood the test of time. But when she was right, it was dope. Then I would go with Light, but I can't go with Light because information that came out that Light didn't write all her raps, bro. Whoa. So you know what I mean? So I can't say MC Light. And then see, y'all gotta understand it was 2 genres of rap. MC Light and Queen Latifah rapped about consciousness for the black woman. So it was a whole different era and harder to sell a record like that versus Lil Kim and Foxy Brown came straight out the gate selling sex off the dribble. And that was in 1995, 96.
Right.
Y'all know what year it is, right? I'm going to walk away. Yeah. Tell them what year it is.
Y'all know.
Tell them what year it is right now.
2025.
What year is we in right now?
25, baby.
And they did this in 1995 and 96, man.
96.
Come on, man. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. This is why our platform, DN Now, is in full effect. You can't go further in the future without knowing what happened in the past. It's impossible. Right. How you gonna do that? Y'all niggas just gonna miraculously fall out the sky? Right. They ain't doing that no more. That happened in the Bible, y'all. They ain't doing that no more. They stopped doing that a few thousand years ago.
You feel me, B?
They stopped doing that. They stop falling out of the sky, man. So ain't nothing finna fall out of the sky, man. That's what I need. I need y'all to know that for real.
Also,
for real.
too, man, we got something coming. We got the, you feel me, B? We got some merch coming. So y'all, we gonna let y'all know when it's available and ready, with our favorite sayings on it. You know what I mean? And you can get them in all colors to match them J's, them Adidas, whatever it is that you like, whatever flavor you like, you can get them.
A girl over there was filming us. I wondered if I want to go over there and see if she want to get on here or something. But we out here. Old girl with the floral dress on right there. She was filming us.
We about to close. We
Yeah,
can do that.
I'm just saying.
We can close our section and then.
I'm just letting y'all know it's a few people out here, and we've been getting filmed while we've been out here. So we're gonna give them a chance to get on here and shout them out and let them know who we are. You know what I mean?
Right,
They filming us, so
exactly.
we gotta let them know who we are.
So
you know what I mean?
when y'all be watching like something like when we was downtown, like we was stopping the video, we was doing it on purpose because we didn't want that long drawn out video because we know everybody ain't gonna watch it. You see what I'm saying? We know people will watch short clips like a mug. Oh, this ain't number 10 minutes. This 15. Oh, this good. Oh, who is this? What they talking about? You feel me? So,
Right.
That's why that's chopped up like that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But when you get a, interview, when we interview somebody, we sit down, you just gonna get the whole full thing, and then we'll break it up and post certain parts and stuff like that.
So this is what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to stay tuned to tomorrow. Tomorrow we got an epic show. We have the people mover, conductor, or should I say operations, chief in operations. We're doing an interview with her tomorrow. So y'all need to put y'all notifications on. And once again, subscribe, like, and share. Whoa. SLS. Yes, indeed. Then in our podcast.
We out, B.
Yikes.